Hello, everybody. Welcome to, what is it, day 12. Day 12 of drawing, day 12 of doing something that we love, day 12 of spending an hour. Hope you are all having an amazing Friday. It's Friday, awesome stuff. Streams finally started on time for once. There was a bit of a delay at the beginning because YouTube were like, wasn't recognizing me starting the stream. But yeah, any of that. Oh my gosh. Anyways, cannot talk today. We're gonna get straight into it. We are we're still recovering. That's today's stream is called whatever texture redemption because yesterday was rough. A lot going on wrong in this texture. Like first glance, without looking at it too much, you're like, oh, it's just a bunch of dots on a page. It's chaotic. It kind of almost appealing to the eye because there's so much going on. I disagree. I don't like it. But that's okay, because we are going to redeem ourselves today. I have one easier texture, hopefully easier texture, lined up. And then I have a more difficult texture. I just realized it may end up looking a bit like the artichoke on accident. We'll try to avoid that. But, that one is a bit harder. I'm a bit scared to, hop back on the horse and do difficult stuff, but, we have to at some point, so we're going to try our best regardless, and hope the best comes from it. Trying to look at this. Yeah, we'll worry about that in a second. Let's just start our warm-up, shall we? I just realized the back of this page has been bent. That's not good. My pages should be pristine and untouched. Anyways, just realized how stuffy my nose is, so apologize if I sniff a lot. Like some allergies just kicked in. A bit strange. Yeah, simple warm-up today. Nothing too crazy. I am moving back to my apartment tomorrow, so either I will or won't stream tomorrow. I'm really going to try to. I haven't made like my thumbnail and stuff ahead of time if I can't get... I make my thumbnails in Inkscape, so if I can't get it to work, I'll have that as a backup. Give me another day to set up everything. And our plan is to stream for every day for the rest of this week, so until Sunday. That's how I do my schedules, it's the weekends on Sunday. But yeah. So nothing too crazy. If there's any complaints about these streams starting later, please let me know. It is a bit weird for me right now, but then again, the next couple of days will be pretty weird for me, schedule-wise, so we'll see. I feel a bit bad this semester. A lot of my roommates and friends have some pretty awful schedules. Meanwhile, I only have 3 physical classes, and I have Fridays off. Then again, I thought I had an easy schedule last semester because I had 2 days off. I was wrong. That was very false. I hope everyone watching, if you're in school, that you have some decent schedules this semester, good classes and amazing professors and or teachers. If you're working, I hope you have some amazing stuff to do this year. Projects get reassigned, people get reassigned. It could be a bit of a hectic and crazy process, but new beginnings, always fun stuff. It's going to be a bit weird of a semester because I've just started realizing, oh, like, I can't have late dinners with friends, or I can. I'll just have to, reschedule the stream or stuff like that. So it'll be an interesting thing. I'm not worried about it at all. But it will be definitely an interesting little hurdle this semester for sure. A welcome one though. And plus, I love every night I get to spend with you guys making and doing something that I love, and I hope you feel the same. Lines are a bit crazy today. Very confident, but they're overshooting a bit. And the weather is dropping. I predicted that yesterday, and oh my gosh, that is... Oh, I just realized I clicked on the reference page. Well, yeah, we're doing an onion today, and very difficult scales on the side, but we'll worry about that later. Well, yeah, okay, I guess, yeah, spoilers, you guys get to see it's an onion. Hopefully that's a much easier texture than yesterday. I'm still very upset about it, and I hate looking at it. Maybe I'll even, like, put a sticky note over it so it doesn't psych me out. It's ironic, too, because it is leagues better than some of my worst textures on the previous page. And I think I walked into the second page of textures acting like I'm a master at it, or thinking I'm a master at it, and to be hit with such a rough texture right out the gate hit the morale a bit, but that doesn't matter, because we're still going to try our best for the rest of them, just as we did that one. Thank you so much, my friend. Is it going to appear in the text box? Is chat working today? Oh, that's upsetting. It doesn't look like it is. And also, my camera is no longer working. Jeez. Let's fix that real quick. Drop that down to 40. crisp. Tiny bit more. Yeah, be good. Okay, awesome. I'll let it autofocus one up. Give me a quick second. Oh, geez. Man, is chat gonna work? Because I'd love for this to be in the, That's unfortunate. Well, please stay safe. Yeah, these storms are going across the entire northeastern, not even northeastern, just northern Americas. So, yeah, please stay safe. Hopefully there's not too many power outages or stuff like that. I've already had some friends that can't play games with me because their internet keeps continuously going out so much. But yeah, please stay safe, everyone. Charge all your devices, all that stuff out like that. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like most of them are rain, it's just snowstorms, but snowstorms can be a bit more devastating. Ooh, very nice line. Oh, very terrible line. Man, I'm so upset. Chat isn't working. Maybe people were chatting in the past and I just didn't catch it, but hey. Fixing all that tomorrow. Wow, okay. A bit more ghosting. My lines are confident, but they're all over the place. I'm going a bit crazy. And we'll be releasing my stream to Drawbox soon. Once I'm a bit more committed. Even though it's day 12, so it's almost been 2 weeks, but I want to make sure if I'm really getting a volley of people in here, so like, maybe 1 or 2 more concurrent viewers, that I'm not gonna, oh, wow, leave them in the ditch. Okay, I need to readjust my posture. We're not letting what happened yesterday happen to us again. We're changed people. We improve daily. Then again, that improvement can very easily just be like 1%. But hey, 1% improvement is better than none. Man, my nose is really getting to me. Try not to mouth breathe so much. I just saw that be picked up on the mic. That would be pretty annoying, so apologize. I just realized I got like a little chocolate for me to... I am a huge dark chocolate fan. It's not a really healthy, but, a healthier snack to have. Pretty nutrient... And like I have that before streams, I realized I didn't get it. Maybe it could be a reward after stream, but I do... I was about to say, but I do have to go to the gym, but... How would chocolate stop me from going to the gym? Yeah, the next couple mornings for everyone in the US will be pretty difficult. I'm not sure about you guys, but... Oh man, cold weather makes it impossible for me to get out of bed. And wow, camera is not acting correct today. What are you doing, man? I think it's the lighting that's messing it up. We will fix that and just permanently set it to 40. Too far. There we go. It's good? Yep, perfect. Good stuff. Hopefully my streams will not annoy my roommates either. It's always a possibility. Then we could just have more silent streams if so. Ooh, I do need to buy an Ethernet cable too. The internet in my apartment is very strange. If you're on Wi-Fi, it randomly cuts out every like 5 minutes and then comes back in for like a millisecond, but that can completely like ruin anything, like games or stuff like that. Let's do... Oh, oops. I want to do something with a lot in lines, so let's just continue. My lines are bowing a lot, so we'll strengthen the arm up. Yeah, I'm hoping today is an easier day of textures, not much analysis. I just want to, relax. After my last texture, I can't not gloating. I can't remember the word for it. Wonderful. That was a great ellipse. My ellipse warm-ups are really paying off. That one was a bit strange. Yeah, this can be a bit tapered. That's... Huh. Kind of looks cool, but yeah. I'll do another box. I'm feeling very constructed today. Which can be dangerous because then I just do constructions instead of actually doing my texture. Now that I think about it, not many people would spend their Friday nights You're drawn watching a guy draw. Oh, jeez. Then again, I am very thankful for those who are here, or those who are watching in the future. Then again, I do see my own retention rates. And also, I'm very excited because hopefully we'll be getting some new music soon. Really vary up our style here. God, I heard the first note of that song. I thought it was gonna be Claire de Lune or something like that. I was very confused. One soundtrack I've been listening to, which I've made this known. I'm a huge Source fan, Source games. So and Black Mesa, Half-Life, all of the derivatives, Team Fortress, all that stuff. And the Black Mesa, I already loved Black Mesa a lot. The remake for Half-Life. But man, that soundtrack is something different. They really went out of their way to make it special. And that's also something. Half-Life has never had bad music, but they've never had phenomenal. Team Fortress has amazing music to it. This dot feels off. Yeah, Half-Life, I mean, Triage at Dawn is nice. Melodically, nothing super special. You do kind of have like the EDM Gogeta music every once in a while too, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's, phenomenal. It's not like Doom or stuff like that, or Eternal, I should say, in 2016. Look at me being a nerd about video games, but yeah, so Black Mesa, you want some somewhat dramatic music to listen to while you're hobbying or even working out, maybe. I'm not sure. That's always a great mix to pick up. My recent workout mix has been man, I'm such a nerd. It has been the Ultra Kill soundtrack. I'm also a huge Ultra Kill fan. I've been wanting, once we start studying anatomy, to V1 from Ultra Kill. Very simple shape. I mean, it's a robot with very PS1 kind of geometry. PS2, I should say. So I've wanted to study V1 to help me be able to tumble anatomical shapes. Not that V1 is very human, it's anthropomorphic, but at the same time, just the practice of tumbling shapes together to form things, that's a very, very, very important skill. Especially for the art that I want to do, so. Oof, that was rough. Started with my wrist a bit weird, so. Not my best, but yeah. One thing I am dreading when going back to university is shopping. I know those stores will be packed. Then again, I'm not going back too late. It's still. It's also a good question of what I'm going to do this semester, because typically I join clubs and stuff. I haven't been very commitmental with them. I've just kind of gone around the place, but I'm not sure if I will this semester, just to make some room for this. I do have a hackathon coming up in late January. It's a 24-hour, I think, yeah, 24-hour hackathon. So streaming that day would be a bit interesting. Not entirely sure how I'll pull it off. There was an art club too, the last semester that I could have joined. And in fact, I was really interested in joining it. I did not have the time though. I had a class called Discrete Mathematics, and that took up most of my personal time. Not a very enjoyable class. Getting much better at ellipses. As I say that. Why can't I do this with textures, you know? Why can't I just instantly become better? No. I did the, one of my coworkers a while ago, we did the, you know, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? And I said shape shifting, so then, like, sounds stupid, but I was like, oh, so I don't have to work out as much. So, like, I can still look fit, but only work out half as much. And he said, well, I wouldn't want to do that because I enjoy the process. And so, like, if I could have a wish to make me instantly better at art, I'm 50-50 because I love, you know, being here with you. Things like this, where I just get to slowly improve. And maybe, you know, being instantly great at something would be really demeaning. But at the same time, I don't like sucking at art. So it is a bit of an interesting idea. Alrighty, that's a good warm up for today. So, as you already saw, there was a... We're doing an onion. Nothing too crazy about that. Quick analysis, I don't even think we'll take up much of our hour doing this, so that's why I did the other texture that is quite a bit more difficult. I just wanted to do scales of some sort. I did do alligator scales, or alligator skin, I should say, for my texture analysis, the reference page. But yeah, I just want to do scales over here. I think scales are a great 3D thing, and if you ever draw reptiles or stuff like that, it's really good to know a nice pattern to apply to them. And I also, which I didn't, now that I think about it, I didn't do much for the artichoke. I didn't add much shading on the sides of it to show that's getting further away. I mean, there is some, but I want to do that with this. I want to add some dramatic contrast to the thing. So I'm gonna take a quick water break. Good stuff. Remember, your brain runs off water, so try to keep refreshing it. For the onion, I'm a bit not sure where I should put it. Because some of these organic forms can only hold at max like 5 textures or 4 textures. So like this one could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if I just split it. So yeah, this one actually may be the easiest to do it. Be a very small onion. Very oddly shaped onion. This one would be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would also be a 5. I say we do it right here. So yeah, this one right next to the artichoke. We're kind of going right to left. But yeah, so we'll start our hour timer and we'll get right to it. I pressed the button, like everything lit up for a second. That was scary. Okay, well. But yeah, so once again, I know I say this a lot. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday. Winter can be a very tough time for people because it's. I recently went to travel to Europe, and I stayed in tons of hostels because you know I don't have money, especially when going to Europe alone. And a lot of people I met said that in their countries, like Germany, Germany was a very common one. It's really hard to live there because everyone stays inside because it's so cold. So you can't communicate with people, you can't interact with people. It becomes very hard to engage, and that's why maybe friends are less common, or you know, you only have acquaintances, not close friends that you can talk to and interact with. That really put it into perspective for me, and I felt really bad for them because I'm in a warmer state, so I'm graced with being able to go out with friends and stuff like that. But I know winter can be a very difficult time, so I hope you guys are having a great Friday. I know that that's a bit of a side tangent, but yeah, so what better way to spend a Friday than drawing onions? So this is going to be our example piece, but let's just do a larger study right here. I really need to move around my setup because my onion is... Oh, wow, that's not how I meant to move. Oh, geez. Controls for pure ref are so strange. Zoom in a bit more. My light for like my setup up here is right in the way. So it's like it either covers my screen, chat, or nothing, but my light gets covered. Okay, we'll just do this. So let's look at this. So we have those very easy forms going up and down. I can't see my own screen. This is There, we'll do that. Covering up a bit of chat, but that's okay. I think, I'm not sure. Um, I also won't have dual monitors when I go to university. Oh, geez. It'll be interesting. I know the hardest part will probably be drawing this thing up here. I definitely want to draw that, though. Maybe we could be a little fun and draw the skin coming off. Onions have layers. Or a wise man once said that. We can see what happens with the textures over here on the left side of our lines. They get really thick. Our textures are, I guess I'll just call them folds. We always have our unique vocabulary for the anatomy of our textures here. So yeah, the back of the lines get darker. The form doesn't really have anything coming off of it. It is pretty circular. The skin will be fun to draw. I want to try that. And then up here, we have this form. Yep. We're going to just draw a test one right here. Nothing too crazy. And in fact, we're going to do a contour. There we go. That's quite large. Well, we'll do it. And then top of the onion. Make it a bit less tall. It is a bit ovular. Ovular? Solid. That's quite nice. Oh, I did this facing down. I should have done the contour up, shouldn't I? We'll do that. I like the perspective. There we go. Crowding it a bit, whatever. And plus we'll have that right here, so in fact, yeah. So I say we start with the form up here. There we go. This is kind of like a see-through. So up here, this is X-ray. So this is on the other side of the onion. It does look kind of trippy. Oh man, these controls are awful. Meh, whatever. Okay. So yeah, let's do some contours, kind of like we did in the past with the giant enemy Kawano melon. So yeah, these, I mean, there's nothing too crazy. They do all kind of meet up at a point. You know, they kind of curl like this. So we'll make sure to do that going forward. It's okay if they're a bit rigidy and bumpy because that's how they are. It looks like the further they get out, the rounder they get. So we'll make sure to incorporate that. So yeah, they have a bit of shadow over here. Nothing too crazy with this form though. I know I always say less is more, and then I fail to follow that, and I may fail to follow it again, so we could just add some cool dot texture to this. I'm a huge fan of that dot texture. Can add like a bit of a bumpy form out here too. Remember, this will be smaller in real life, so. Ooh. That the rate should be decreasing as we get closer to the center, because these are going to look really stacked up. So let's try to fix that over here. Less of them, basically. Trying to have that curve to it while also obeying, like, the rules of the hemisphere. That was somewhat better. Definitely more dynamic looking. That was a bit thick. Oops. So yeah, we'll leave a note. Let me get my pins outside. Or, whoa, outside. I read chat and I saw outside. Let's get our pins out. My friend brought it up the other day, but if Uncomfy ever joined the stream, I would freak out. Like, not like freak out as in like fangirl, but I'd be like, oh geez, like messing up all my lines and stuff. It's like having a, like if you're ever told to like go right on the board, and you just start messing everything up. You get all nervous. I had two experiences with that, one really negative and one really positive. In my math class, and I think it was sophomore year, there was a notoriously very strict and harsh teacher. And she'd forced me to go up to the board. I didn't even raise my hand. She also had a point system, a very harsh point system for like interacting with the class. And if you didn't put your hand up fast enough, she would like treat like I can't even remember. It was really harsh, and it just made the entire experience of the class stressful. Like just being in there. This was way too thick. Uh, and now that I'm looking at it, shadows get thicker near the bottom. So I'll put a correction here. Sorry about that. But yeah, she's really mean. And I remember one time I went up the board, I literally had no clue what to do, yet she kept me up there until I wrote the correct answer. Guess what? I didn't. I just sat back down, which like really made her upset. She tried talking to me after class. And then the next day, like literally in the middle of class when she tried pulling the same thing, I left and went to my advisor and was like, I need to get a class switch. The positive side of that story is in college, I had a professor, I think it was 2 semesters ago, where all of his office hours, which I was nearly the only one that showed up most times, he would like force me, if I had a question, to force me to do it first on the board. And the difference this time is he wasn't being mean about it, he was being supportive. But once we actually got to know each other, it turned from like me doing stuff on the board to him like going, wrong, you're dumb, or like stuff like just messing with me, and I'd reciprocate. Wonderful guy, I look up to him a lot, he's quite amazing. But yeah, goes to show how different teachers can be. So, let's try to... I'm going to do the silhouette of this form real quick. So we're going to go up. Oh, this pen has been very picky about how I hold it. Doing the interior silhouette first. Lots of focus here. I'm trying to connect the these onion contour lines to the actual and then they still do have the lines going up them. So in fact, we could do lines to help contour it. We could do some broken lines or something. Heck, some of the interior lines could be broken lines. We don't want scribbles, we want broken lines. I kind of scribbled over there on accident. Just solid, consistent line, or not solid, but you know, consistent lines. One pass, basically. In fact, we could do these broken lines everywhere, because onions have layers. I also didn't try the skin thing. We'll try to peel off some of the skin. Another attempt. So this, right, we could just start doing. In fact, I don't think that looks too bad at all. Trying to make this line a bit thicker on the outside. Helps because my wrist is just naturally shaky, so kind of helps with my dotted lines, broken lines. I wonder if there's an actual term for these. I never went to art school or did anything art related before, so the only I wouldn't even call it an edge, just the only knowledge I have of anything in the art field is my experience in physics and geometry. Just like more calculus based, but like normal vectors, the idea of, you know, these relationships and stuff. I wouldn't say they come natural to me because you know I just really study for those classes, but you know, it's not foreign to me. It's a very very known concept. So yeah, line's too thick out there, but overall I think this is pretty decent. And the smaller it is, I think the better those lines will be. This pen is kind of making me mad because I just need to hold it up right more, so yeah, that's probably what we need to do. Okay, we'll do a test version down here. Let's just draw over this to see what a leaf... So like, if there was a, I almost said leaf peel. Also, yeah, it does have this like little skin thing right here, so we'll repeat that. And then the skin kind of comes off right here, and then like this, and then over it. I did it a bit too bumpy here. The skin is like paper-like, so it's gonna be a bit sharp in some areas. And yeah, the skin can like return to it like that. And yeah, the lines on the skin then will kind of form with it. I think that'll be a really cool effect. I like it. And then, of course, we could have, you know, the skin over here will be a lot more formed. It'll be consistent. So I think we'll draw this and then the skin first. And then, yeah, we can add some, like, and, like, once it starts lifting, so, like, right here. So the shadow, wow, I'm stuttering a lot, jeez. The shadow will get a lot thinner, as we just have to be careful about the thickness and placement of the shadow, but I think that's all good. Not bad at all. I like it. So we'll repeat the process over here, and if we like it, we'll continue. 15 or 14 minutes so far, that's not bad. Let's get a water break real quick. Oh man, I just realized my onion is covering my mute button. There we go. Just hit my head on the let's do an alignment check. Okay, that's not too bad. Anyways, let's return to the onion and start doing it down here. Let me pull that back up. Had to hide my onion on my own screen. Wonderful. Good stuff. Okay. So yeah, like we said, we'll draw. Let's start with the skin first. I feel like I say draw a lot. I apologize if it's hurting anyone's ears, because it's hurting mine. So we'll draw the skin. Draw the skin. Good, and then we'll draw our little onion knot, I guess. I don't know what to call it. It's a bit thick. I do need to make that line a bit lighter. We'll do the contour. This one's going to be a lot smoother because it's a lower layer. Then we'll do our contours. Make the line a lot lighter this time. This pen is beginning to irritate me. Remember, like we said before, we want the lines to get a bit less frequent. Also, these are curving way too much. Oops. See it like this would probably be better. So we'll start from the inside probably. This side's gonna be a lot smoother. So yeah, it has to curve in. Can't forget to do that. Then we'll add some. Honestly, for the shading of some of these lines, we'll just follow it with the pen. Like I was kind of not following it before, but we'll just do that. Just to make it a tiny bit thicker. Basically just running over it again. Wish I could hold like make lighter marks, but this pin's disagreeing with me a bit. Maybe we should just switch out pins. I say we do that. Not too opposed. And of course, this will have a bit of a shadow under it. That was a bit too much, but I feel like this one I like it more because it had more detail to it. I mean, that's not bad at all. I like it, in fact, but it is a bit hard to tell that it is an onion. So what I'm going to do... Also, we have to kind of reveal that these are layers. So we'll figure out a smart way of doing that, too. But I think I want to stick with the little thing popping up. Okay, we're going to switch out pins as well, because that was making me a bit upset. I say we get straight into it. I know we said that yesterday, and then the Kawano happened, but, I mean, meh. Can't, let's do a quick analysis. I already noticed that one thing. We're going to start from top to bottom, and from inside to outside, so 1, 2. Top to bottom, so then we can do our, thing. So we can get more curvy. Like that. Yeah. So top to bottom, center to edge. Other than that, light line work, that's important. I think that's about all. Makes me happy. Yep. This, meh. I'm not feeling it too much. Not the the shading underneath, not the skin coming off. I think the skin coming off will still be fine. Maybe a bit less exaggerated, because mine's going like, woo! While meanwhile, this one's just kind of off proportionally. So we'll remember to do that. So yeah, smaller. That, and remember our main steps for going about this too, not just these steps, is first we'll do contour. Slash, oh my gosh, how do you... I know there's an H in silhouette, I think, but I don't think it's there. Whatever. My spelling for you. Once we do the silhouette, we mainly want to, in fact, we'll just do a 1A. We want to do the skin. And then we want to do, oh my gosh, 1B. We want the bun, I called it, I think, or the knot at the top. Remember, the texture selection tells you to draw shadow more than the outline. That is very true. In fact, that is so true. We really need to break up these lines in the center. Because, yes, as our friend in the chat, very true in saying that we care more about the form. And if you see right here, the shadow that my mouse is tracing, it breaks. It gets really light in the center. In fact, there's barely a shadow at all. So yeah, very much lighter. Thank you for pointing that out. That's a great correction. Much lighter. Yeah, and I care mainly about the silhouette because that's gives it its three-dimensional form. So while those lines aren't shadows, I still think I'm committed. I'm balling. I'm not too stressed about it. But yeah, that is a very, very important point that I've neglected, even in this texture as well. Yeah, we care less about form, or actually, we care so much about form that we're not, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's the cast shadows that matter. So I'll make sure to keep that in mind. So yeah, do our contour silhouette, make sure we are mindful. And then for our lines, yeah, much lighter. Dynamic. Dynamic. I would put like representational lines. They represent the form underneath. So be very careful with that. Very good, very good. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so now we're armed a bit better. Let's get to the texture. Here's our new pen too. Let's just do a quick. There's some test lines, I guess. Wake the pen up, warm it up. Thank you again for the advice. That's very, very helpful. I was not picking that up as I was going through. I probably don't review the Drawbox pages as much as I should. I do check them every once in a while. I am somewhat diligent about it, but yeah, I could definitely use some more. Alrighty, let's do it. Very small onion compared to what I prepared for. So yeah, we're going to start with our contour. Like this. And then, remember, very small. So here, I'm trying to hold the page down so I could get more ink on it, or ink on it easier, I should say. So yeah. Be a bit lighter with the pen. I've been a bit crazy with it. Looking back at our form, it goes, not trying to copy the form, but I meant to raise the pen right there, but this one, the ink is so much stronger than the other one. Okay, and then this one, we have our little bun at the top, the notch. Trying to I'm okay with that. Let's not over ink it. Skin is a bit bumpy for what I like. Did comment on that earlier, but that's okay. Finish the rest of our contour. Let's really lighten up that center like our friend recommended. So in fact, the center line will be a bit right here. So it's going to be so light, in fact, we barely will even draw it. Like that. And because of the position of the knot at the top, we're not going to really see tons of, let's do the side one real quick just to kind of get an idea for what that form will look like. Since the knot at the top is on the top, like that, we're not going to see too much of that curvature at the top of these lines like we were talking about before. Jeez, my hair is hitting my light and it's very annoying. Very annoying. My head's so close to the camera. If you ever see my hair pop into frame, please let me know. I don't want that to be a visual disturbance. Oh yeah, this pen's much better. Okay, we're gonna really lighten up here, start breaking our lines a lot more. A bit too much. I wish I did that for the center one. Jeez. Very chunky onion. Very round, rotund, even. Okay, this one. Do not follow the original form because it's on the app. There we go. Okay, we have the general form done. Now we're just gonna add some darkening, some actual cast shadows to the bottom of these lines. So yeah, we did comment on a cache header about right here, but that's about all we're gonna do. Don't want to overdo it. We're gonna add those trailing lines that we're talking about just to thicken these up a bit. Honestly, don't want to overdo it. Looks like we're pretty good here. Like I said earlier, this is not a crazy difficult texture, so I'm okay with that. That is not bad. I say we keep it there. Lock it in. We'll put onion on top of that too. Why is my page lifting so much? Jeez. Hey, my favorite song. Onion. There we go. Another texture completed. Let's do another. We have 30 minutes left. Do I want to do that one though? This one. So here's our next texture, but it is quite intensive. I may save that for another time. Let's be right back. We're gonna hunt for a new texture real quick. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Oh, looks like our Be Right Back screen's working for at least one of these. I have a bit of a controversial take. I have not seen anyone do this or approach something like this, personally. Someone could have done this texture before. But we're going to try, and of course my chat isn't working over here, so we'll just do this. We're going to try a cheese grater. I think it's quirky. It's different. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right. Cheese grater. Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I think, and like specific, I really like this picture because it gives it give the little bumps, but they shrink. They do all this kind of stuff. So I think this could be a fun one. I also made sure to stop the timer. Let's try it. You know, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, let's start that timer. Let's go back into this. It's gonna be who knows? You know, after I've kind of been in a frenzy, in a mental frenzy, in a manic state after that Kawano catastrophe. Oh my gosh, I'm renaming that video to the Kawano catastrophe. Oh wow, we love alliteration here. I'm a Germa fan though, so it's gonna hurt to. First off, where are we going to do the grater? I don't want it to be too huge, and I want to save these little rounded ones. We'll do it right here. How about that? Actually, I want one where like you can see into the form alongside it. Maybe this one is a bit too controversial to do, you know, it's a bit... I think right here, let's see how many textures can we get out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that is a tough one, isn't it? But this is such a perfect space for it, isn't it? Maybe we don't do this one. Let's put it back on pause. Let's put it back on pause. Just coming up with textures is so difficult. Because like this one, I'm not going to say it's too easy, but it is a lot easier than where I think we should be operating, you know? I'm seeing a lot of these cool... Okay, you know what? I tried this on the last page. And I've done this one twice on the other page. I know we're just lining up the texture ideas, but here is another option. Let me open my OBS up so I make sure everything's displaying properly. This is actually on the 93 Drawbox Texture Pinterest, so that is pinned, I think, in the Lesson 2 channel. I tried this on the other one. Wow. Did not go too well. I say we try it again. We name it something different. Because I have an idea. I have an idea of how we're going to approach this. Obviously, I'm using less ink now than I was, but let's approach this. Let's try our best. Uncomfy, if you're watching, I'm sorry I'm being so indecisive and repeating textures. Fight me. So yeah, let's get back to it. Start that timer. I say we do this one. Yeah, the cheese grater is a bit too controversial for my take. A controversial cheese grater. So let's choose our locale. I say right here, it's perfect. Oh, we'll do the center one, right? And this is a very form-oriented one, and so, cast shadow-oriented, you know, there's a lot going on. So we'll kind of copy what's going on here. It's going to be a very large texture, so we better be prepared to do our best. And guess what? We always are. Don't have much room for an organic form, but I think we can kind of copy it, so it's just 2 of those. Okay. There we go. We somewhat have what's going on over there. Okay, so how shall we approach it? My camera's looking a bit weird today. I'm not sure if you guys can... Let's try to correct that real quick. It seems a bit crusty. Let's open up that camera settings real quick. Maybe I just have to adjust the I'll put it on auto. Hopefully it doesn't break again. This is your chance, camera. Don't be stupid. Okay. Yeah, it looks somewhat better. So, very, very interesting form. I've approached it before, and I kind of succeeded. So, we're going to repeat it again. We have these very thin lines. that sometimes have depth. Depth varies very sharply, you know. Um, and then we have these dots in the center. Those dots will be rare. We will do them. But yeah, and then you have this. I want to recreate this going down the center of it, maybe like right, not in the middle, but to the side of it, just so we can get a lot of those shadows in there. Yeah, let's just start doing it, I'd say. And in fact, lines going this way would actually be pretty informative for the viewer. Now let's just try that real quick. Because like right here, the lines would be nearly straight. And it could break right here-ish. Have the thing right there, and then we'll go like this. And this one's gonna be. It's kind of like the chicken before the egg with this one. Do our lines. That's gonna have to curve a bit more. Do an outer one. Cool. I think that's kind of cool looking. And we could add some, since these are going over, it's going to go down, then up right here. We could add some cool little shenanigans to it. Really big drop right there just for funsies. Kind of looks like a worm. Maybe we could do a worm texture. Or like a... this is very specific because it's mainly in the South that they do this. But cranberry, like canned cranberries, whenever you take it out, it looks exactly like this. This is the texture. There you go. No, we'll focus a bit more on it. I also feel like this is a bit of a random thought. I'm gonna take a water break and pause real quick. I feel like my most viewed videos are the ones with like the craziest looking thumbnails, which makes sense. That's how YouTube works. But like I feel like whenever I'm doing these things, I have to make them look really good so that I can throw it on the thumbnail. That's not like something I'm pressured to do or anything like that, but it's just a weird thought having like, oh, how will this look on the thumbnail? Anyways, I will be right back. We're gonna get a water break, then return to this. Remember, everybody, water is so important. Please drink water. It's so good. You're missing out if you're not. So I left this little gap in here for our darker textures, but I want to work with these real quick. Just kind of capture what's going on. What we can even do, we can start doing some textures that go this way. Like this. Remember, this is the shadow from the crack that's going through it. And it has to curve. We kind of failed over here. It should have been like that, but we'll continue. So the straightest one would probably be like right here-ish. like this, I think that'd be cool. Kind of just experimenting right now. These little cross sections have very deep gashes in them. I don't think I'm capturing the three-dimensional part of this too much. Sometimes whenever I flip it around, it helps me, like, see the crevices more. Huh. Went a bit crazy right there with the shadow, so we'll step off on that one. In fact, what I may do here, it's a bit bold. Oh, a bit too much. I forgot to let up on the pen. Trust the process. This one's going to be interesting. It's weird because I'm giving this one almost the same effort that I would a normal texture to. I think our little trailing lines are going to be important here for those tiny shadows that just come from imperfections in the rock. It's crazy the science that goes behind concrete. I worked for a year under a structural engineer, I believe. And just like the lore behind concrete is quite impressive. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, this one's seeming to be a bit of a bust, but I'm gonna have some fun with it, right? So, for my game that I've been working on, been going pretty well so far. There's like those random rocks in here and stuff that have stuff like that. Still just kind of doing the groundwork at this point. Not too much new stuff there. I'm very happy. I spent like 3 days literally straight, like 50 hours. It was crazy. Not over 3 days, but you know. I think yeah, I was in like Sprite, my art editing program, for at least 22 hours. Over 3 days, and I just finished all the art for the game. Glad I did that because I'm not liking how I'm doing the rocks here, whatever. Now I don't have to worry about it that much, and I did it all correctly, so I don't think I've edited it yet. I do have to make some buttons, some more pixel art buttons, but other than that, I mean, not too horrible. Yeah, this one I'm kind of just doodling at this point. I've caught myself doing that. But I don't care. I'm having fun, so we'll pick up on a texture tomorrow. Actually, we have 25 minutes remaining. I should actually focus up, shouldn't I? Yeah. This texture's not it, though, totally. Should we go back to... I guess we'll... No, screw it. Screw it. We'll do the cheese grater. Who cares? Let's do the cheese grater. I know I probably shouldn't be so indecisive, but we could do it on this one, like right here. I feel like that'd be fine. Or even like, we could do the cheese grater right here. the interior. I feel like this one would be fun though, because it wraps around and that's a bit difficult, so we'll do that. So I'm just gonna do the head of one right here. It's important to remember that these streams aren't just Drawbox. Sometimes we mess around with art, even though it's in the spirit of Drawbox, but hey, you know. Alrighty, let us get to it. So, I mean, yeah, this one's not too crazy. It's just these little O's. Now, the placement is going to be very important, and how these interact with each other. Heck, what they could even be is it could be this, right? Some instances. And then little V-taper from it. So, this one is going to be super thin, yet close, right? And thankfully they have a pattern too. It's a looks like a shift. It's just an easy shift. So this one, and then we'll go one shift down. So there will be some right here. Degree slightly increases, but overall profile decreases. I didn't do a good job of labeling that right there. Go shift down. Degree increases. Profile decreases. Degree really increases because I've not been doing my job. I think the catastrophic Kawano has helped me visualize how these would stick out a bit. I was talking to a friend the other day, and when I was traveling in Europe, I got pooped on by a bird, as eloquently as I can put it. And I was in a tour at the time, one of those free tours. I highly recommend taking free tours if you ever travel. They're wonderful. And it always takes some money for tipping the tour guide. They're awesome people. But like everyone was telling me, oh, Cav, because they knew my streaming name. It's good luck. Don't worry, it's all okay. And I wasn't that too flustered by it. I mean, it does suck because I just went to that town and I was backpacking, so you know, I didn't really have a place to stay, so I just kind of had to walk around with a bird-soiled, you know, jacket in my arms. But it kind of reminded me of yesterday, and I know it's a very strange analogy, but I'm going to continue with it. It's like when you mess up a texture, for example, it makes you stronger, right? It helps because now you learned where you failed, you grew. But at the same time, you do not feel lucky like the bird. You're not like the bird in that instance, but you don't feel special. You kind of just are in the trash. Especially when it's ink on the page, it's permanent. Thankfully, that bird was not permanent. It was one of my favorite jackets too, so thank goodness. But yeah, so it is kind of a time thing. One of my favorite quotes, I've brought this up in stream before, is "Give it time." But oh man, it just sucks when you get something wrong like that, when you just make a clear and obvious mistake. You can only complain about it so much. That Kawano will always still be my enemy though. I'll never forgive it. Maybe if I ever do like a face reveal or like a live IRL stream, it's gonna just be me smashing Kawano melons out of rage. Cav's mortal enemy. So we did the even ones, I guess, if you want to put it that way. We'll do the odd ones now. In fact, I'd say we only do this many, right? Because it's gonna be smaller as well. Um, your off days become your main days. Then you have new off days, meaning you always have room to grow. Yeah, that is very true. A bit of an elaborate sentence to work through, but yeah. Um, yeah, like yeah. Okay, I get it now. Um, I mean, yeah, that sentence. There's not really a better way of putting it. And apologize for those who can't see chat, but you know, chat's not working too well. Uh, yeah, we've been told that I don't even know how to yeah, you put it, your off days become your main days. Yeah, your baseline increases. I said that before. I think that's a good way of putting it. Your baseline increases. Um, but man, it does suck having off days. You know, your worst becomes your best, or your yeah. And isn't it always awesome when that happens? Uh, so let's get to it. We have. Oh wait, I just. Oh man. I was like, man, I still have 25 minutes left. That's awesome. Well, yeah, because I didn't hit the timer. Well, dang it. That sucks. I say, that's that's a bit demoralizing. Whatever. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna try our best. And dang it. Well, that sucks. Um, I mean, stream technically ends at like 9:25. So we'll finish the texture, and if it's not 9:25 or 9:15ish, we'll or not 9:25. Yeah, that's typically the time it ends. So, um, dang it. Whatever. Let's draw our cheese grater. So looking at this, the kind of closest line to us will be this one. So we're gonna draw one up here, tangent to that. Low profile. And we'll draw another one. Back to feel like there. More is less, dang it. Okay, whatever. Less is more, not more is less, dang it. Okay. It's a bit sideways, I need it to be more that way. Smaller profile, remember. Bit too small. I'm already messing this up. Dang it. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks. No. The war. The Kawano War. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Whatever. We can save it. We can save it. Today is an off day. It's so bad. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Oh, I'm getting flashbacks. This is not good. Okay, whatever. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm like frozen. I have the 1,000 one Kawano stare right now. Oh, jeez. This is my war. Okay, that was much better. Oh, jeez. Whatever. It's okay. It's okay. We'll live. One day you're gonna start like just seeing tears from above hit this page. It's like you're like grandparent. For me, it was I know many people have this experience too. But like when you have like a parent or some guardian figure. For me, it was my grandma. She was an accountant. Um, like helping you do your math homework when you were a kid. Or helping, quote unquote. But like, and they're like, "What's 2 plus 2?" And you're like crying. You're struggling. Oh, iconic. For me, that was the Pythagorean theorem that got me. I was balling. Soaked the paper. That was a rough day. I think that was like 5th grade, 6th grade. Heck, if you made me do discrete math again, that'd be me then. There were some days in discrete math where I was like, yeah, that's some tears. Some tears may happen. For those who don't know what discrete math is, I don't either. So, yeah. I took that for a semester. Basically, just imagine like a class where you have to like chew on nails and then do math while chewing on said nails. Truly a very enjoyable experience. Looks like my strawberry texture. Meh. The understanding of the form's still there, so I'm happy with this. We saved it. We saved it. This oh, I hate it. I hate looking at it. I'm sorry to peek the mic. But jeez. Oh jeez. It's so bad. Anyways, let's continue. Yeah, Uncomfy's gonna join the stream and be like good so far, and then see that see that one texture and spit on me and leave. Beat me to a pulp. He's a bully, I bet. In all honesty, though, he seems like a very kind person. Please don't hurt me. Oh, that was not... Okay, whatever. No, Uncomfy, don't. No, please. Uncomfy is the Duolingo bird of art. Put too much ink right there, that's fine though. Have you done your 50% rule today? That's what you'd say. Okay, other than that little ink blotch which accidentally happened, I think that's okay. I think that looks quite fine. You do have to kind of be close to it. It's a pretty high fidelity, high detailed thing. Fidelity. Okay, I'm going to pull up cheese grater because grater, I swear if I spell that wrong, I'm going to be so upset. Cheese, G-R-A-T-E-R. That is how you spell it. Yes, Walmart says so. Okay, we'll do that real quick. Ooh. Two textures in one day. What am I, crazy? What am I, insane? I say we just doodle for the rest of this. I mean, I could go back and be super technical. I do still have to go to the gym tonight, and let's check the temperature. I bet it's like 12 degrees. So I'm not totally looking forward to that. My friend the other day, I'm not sure if they're okay with me referring to them by their... I actually have referred to them by their Discord name. Not sure how public they want to be, but they compared the... like some of the mods and stuff of the One Piece of the Dropbox server to One Piece admirals, and I can't get that out of my head. I think it's iconic. Why did I pull out my phone other than checking the weather? I was gonna pull up the stream just to see how long this 25-minute thing has been 25 minutes. I don't think I'm subscribed to myself yet. Let's see. Whoa, I have 2 viewers now. If we go 25 minutes in the past, it was 29 minutes. So we have 5 minutes to kill. So what I'm gonna do actually. Yeah. Okay, why is my timer not stopping? Okay, we'll just set about 5 minutes. Call it that. Boom. Ooh. Okay. And we'll just doodle. We're gonna have some fun after Kawano Catastrophe. I love that alliteration. We're gonna... Yep. We're mad. We're mad for 2 textures in a day. That's crazy. Okay. Uh, do a little box. We could do a Frankenbox. Let's do a Frankenbox. Frankenboxes, for those who don't know, because I literally made up the word, is just where I take a box and then like slap stuff together on it to make like a weird form. And the cool thing about Frankenboxes is you can turn them into little items. So I'm gonna make. I don't have much room, so I'm gonna make it converge quite quickly over here. Oh, look at these lines. I'm back on it. I think it was the pen, in all honesty, because I'm feeling it. Oh, never mind. It was the pen. Okay. Man, that dang bird in this song. I'm gonna remove this song. Laid out, I'm removing it from the mix. That bird makes me angry. I'll fight that bird. I'll take him out. Yeah, shut up. It's mainly because there's a mockingbird that sits right outside my window in the mornings and wakes me up at 7 a.m. Not 7 a.m., 5 a.m. And that makes me mad. I don't like to hate things, but I do hate that bird. Can't say I hate any things at all. Let's just say that bird's gonna get it one day. And I will not feel sorry. Oh man, maybe, okay, I have an idea. Maybe sometime next week, so after this Sunday, we do a little bit of V1 study. We study V1 and we just try to estimate them with shapes. I think that'd be immensely fun, especially because I'm a huge Ultra Kill fan. Shout out to Ultra Kill. Great game. I'm mad that people took my Cybergrind record though. Screw you. Gosh, Cybergrind after basically ever since they added oh, which layer was it? I can't remember. What was that one enemy that just the sniper, whatever the snipers came in? Yeah, the update right after the insurrectionists. Whoa, what am I doing? Whoa, what's going on here? Why did I pay attention? Okay, well, we're doing this now. That one made the cyber grind quite difficult. Turned into an actual cyber grind. Whoa, I have 2 views. Yeah, it's because I watched myself on YouTube. Okay, let's fix this bit. It's too busy thinking about V1, the V1 dating sim. Wait, why does it say an hour? I said 5 minutes. Dang it. Whatever. It's, yeah, whatever. I mean, we could still. It's about to be 5 minutes and, yeah, okay, whatever. So goofy. It's weird. Today, I was driving. Also, a beautiful sunset today. I don't know what was going on where I live, but, it was one of those, like, parking lot beautiful sunset moments. And, I was just like, man, I'm weirdly almost happy to go back to university. Not that I don't like it back at home or anything. It's just such an adventure. Life is so active over there. Not that life isn't active here. I mean, I'm, game project, I'm working, all of that, but, I don't know. It's a different kind of experience, and I really appreciate it. Plus, my roommates are just awesome people. I love living with them. Like, when I mean they're comedians, they're actually the funniest people alive. I envy, not envy, I don't know what the word is. I'm jealous of their comedic structure. I'm not that funny. They know how to do it right. And plus, we take many of the same classes, so we can struggle in it together. I love the struggle bus. Kind of like the friends I've made in Drawbox. Some awesome people too. In fact, over the past couple of years, just met some really awesome people. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I'm so appreciative of all of them. These past years have been difficult because like COVID and stuff, and school and all that, life changing, growing up. But I feel like the rate at which I've met exceptional, very skilled people. I don't like the word talent. honest, and hardworking people is exponential. Especially the people I've met on Drawbox. That's why I love Drawbox so much, is the community there fosters creativity and hard work, consistency, and brings people from all around. And they have all these ideas, all these stories behind why they appreciate and do art, and that's why I started this community, because I love hearing those things. I think it's amazing, and my life has personally improved from meeting all these awesome people, so why shouldn't others? Oh, it looks like a piano. I like it. Man, the power of one box, right? Now we have a standing piano. Love it. Okay, well, tiny bit overtime technically, but yeah, wow, even 9:26, so kind of worked out, right? So yeah, awesome stuff today. Let's do our Delano review. We did a warm-up, pretty good on our line work today. Switch out our pin, I think it might have been that. Then again, the other pin hasn't been used that much, so that's a bit worrying. We started with an onion, did a great rough draft over here, corrected some of our errors, went over here, did another rough draft, was corrected in chat for a very good reason, as us truly understanding, oh, now the timer's at 5 minutes, understanding the meaning of the assignment, which is to give cast shadows to the form in detail, not outline the form, not to draw the form, but to, imply it through cast shadows and etc. So very good correction there, and then we fixed that for our actual drawing. Boom, boom, boom. That's still a bit thick on the lines. That's my fault. Like, I try to be lighter on that. I was just getting used to the new pen, whatever excuse I want to make. In fact, we could almost thicken up the lines back here. Less is more. Less is more. Less is more. We're not going to do that. And then we decided to start doing this concrete texture. Didn't get too far in it because I wasn't actually focusing. So we switched to this great texture. Did really good over here. Had a bit of an ink moment right here, but I don't think that's bad at all. And yeah, we did a really good job today. And then we finished off with our Franken piano. Man, this looks really good. I'm happy with kind of how that looks. Drawing small is kind of a... You don't get to imply as much detail, so you have to imply, just show as much detail. So yeah, anyways, very happy. We could do some inner textures next time just to balance it out. But we are getting stuff done. So I'm very happy with that. We did do our 2 textures in one day too, but then again, these were technically easier textures. Oh, that Kawano's sore, just sore. I don't know the phrase for it. Anyways, we don't have a BRB screen. We're going to go back to the start screen. Thank you guys very much for joining me today. Hopefully there's a stream tomorrow. I'm going to try my absolute best. 8 p.m. CST, Saturday, the 13th. Hope everyone stays warm, stay safe in the storms, and have a wonderful Friday night. Go out and party and have some fun. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Why does the chat work here? That makes me mad. Okay, whatever. See you guys.